The Indianola Trail is a fascinating chapter in Texas history, full of triumph, tragedy, and ambition. It emerged as a critical transportation route in the mid-19th century, driven by the need to connect the Texas Gulf Coast to the interior of the state and beyond. The Indianola Trail began as a natural progression of the development of Indianola, a coastal town established in the early 1840s. Indianola itself was founded by German immigrants, including Karl Prinz of Solms-Braunfels, and was initially named Karlshafen. In 1846, it was renamed Indianola, meaning Indian place, after a suggestion from French diplomat Henri Castro. The trail was initially scouted by early settlers and military personnel looking for a direct route from the coast to San Antonio and further into the Texas Hill Country. The need to link the Gulf Coast to key Texas settlements and military outposts created the impetus for developing this route. Those cities included Victoria, Cuero, Gonzales, San Antonio, Austin, New Braunfels, Fredericksburg, Fort Mason, and other military outposts, then to West Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and even California. As the trail evolved, it was surveyed and improved by the U.S. Army and other government agents to accommodate the growing flow of supplies and people. Though no single person is credited with creating the trail, it was a communal effort born out of necessity for transport and expansion. One notable figure, José Policarpo Rodriguez, a legendary Texas scout and guide, did indeed have some involvement with the Indianola Trail. Rodriguez was instrumental in developing and guiding immigrants and military expeditions on the trail through the hill country, providing his expert knowledge of the landscape. The Indianola Trail's original purpose was to move immigrants, supplies, and military equipment from the bustling port of Indianola inland to settlements. It became crucial for trade, especially with the influx of German immigrants in the 1840s and 1850s who sought new opportunities in Texas. In addition to civilian use, the trail was vital for military purposes. During the Mexican-American War, 1846 to 1848, the trail became a conduit for troops and supplies heading toward Mexico. Later, it played a significant role during the Civil War, particularly for Confederate supply lines. During the Mexican-American War, soldiers frequently traveled the trail to deliver crucial supplies to the front lines. Many soldiers risked their lives escorting wagons through hostile territories. One of the most unusual aspects of the Indianola Trail was its role in the U.S. Army's Camel Corps experiment. In the 1850s, under the leadership of Secretary of War Jefferson Davis, camels were imported from the Middle East to be used in the arid regions of Texas. They were intended to replace horses and mules in military transport due to their ability to endure the harsh conditions of the Texas desert. The camels arrived at Indianola by ship and were herded along the Indianola Trail inland toward Camp Verde, their primary base. One of the trail's earliest uses was for transporting German immigrants. These immigrants, arriving through Indianola, endured hardships and dangers on the trail as they traveled to their new homes in the Texas Hill Country. Many founded towns that remain today, such as New Braunfels and Fredericksburg. The Indianola Trail was known to be treacherous at times. Travelers had to contend with rugged terrain, rivers that could flood unexpectedly, and occasional attacks from Native American tribes who resisted the encroachment of settlers. There were instances of heroic actions by settlers and soldiers alike who helped immigrant families stranded or attacked along the trail, guiding them to safety in settlements. The Texas heat also posed a serious danger to those unaccustomed to the climate. The Indianola Trail's prominence began to decline after the hurricanes that destroyed Indianola in 1875 and 1886. Without its primary port city, the trail lost its significance as a major route. Additionally, the expansion of railroads across Texas diminished the need for long overland trails for transporting goods and people. By the end of the 19th century, the Indianola Trail was largely abandoned because of the more modern transportation methods. Indianola itself was never rebuilt after the second hurricane, becoming a ghost town, and the trail faded into history. The trail's story ended dramatically with the fall of Indianola, but its legacy as a vital artery of Texas' early growth lives on. It helped shape the future of the state by facilitating migration, settlement, and trade, forever changing the lives of the people who traveled it and the country it helped build. Through its use, Texas became a crucial part of the U.S. landscape, a land where opportunity and hardship walked hand in hand along trails like Indianola's, pushing the frontier westward and building a nation.